Hello everybody, this is Ahdoom and welcome back to another exciting episode of Let's Play Darkest Dungeon, the Crimson Court, where we'll be making our fifth and final attempt at the life of the Baron. Now, we've got a party of all cursed people. It's all curses all the time in the courtyard, that's for certain, with a pretty good mix of curios. Again, I'm going to be doing less in the way of stress management and more in the way of HP buffing and dodge buffing. But interested to use the Mercurial Slav against Slav. Just an angry Slav. No, Mercurial Solve on the Crusader. We have two people in our party that are already craving, two more that are just fine, and it's time for us to provision up. I'm not sure if I'm actually recording. I'll just do a quick double check there. And yes, we are recording. Sorry, just want to double check that there. And let's provision up and get into the dungeon. We will use one of our 5 remaining invitations. That's fine by me. Still embark. And we're going to start things off by taking a good stack of blood. We're going to have to use 2 instantly, which will leave us with 10 for the remaining rounds. Actually, let's just take 11 so we can pick up 1 drop if one comes along. Everything is free, though. Everything is free in this dungeon, so we will just bring whatever we feel that we need. Again, from experience, we don't need that many skeleton keys. We can use shovels. We can definitely use bandages. Holy water, not so much. Laudanum, again, not so much. I think that's actually a pretty good mix, but given that things are free, and if I happen to have a fairly short dungeon crawl, it may be advantageous for me to be oversupplied so I can get a refund back on these things. I might just bring across some extra bandages and maybe 1 extra stack of torches. There we go. Still have some stuff left over. And what am I doing? I have to bring medicinal herbs, so I may as well bring those along, as well as that holy water. On the off chance the stack actually comes back intact, because the next thing is a boss bash, it would be worthwhile having something to cash in. Meantime, with that all said and that all done, let us embark and get into the courtyard. Oh, I'm hoping this is the last one. I appreciate the next stack of missions in the courtyard will be even harder, and that they'll all be epic and insane, but I've suffered so much to get to the Baron. I want him to be finally dead. In the meantime, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm not going to waffle on too much because I've got a feeling that this could go for a while. This could go for a while. We know for certain now there is a battle behind this door. Let's just see what the battle is in question. I think we've already passed through 1 keyed gateway and a 2nd keyed gateway. This may well be close to the end. Thirst drops down though. That's 4 damage taken off the Crusader. He's taken a little bit of stress, but we're not too concerned about that given our party mix. To start things off, I'm probably going to focus on getting a chain bleed going, just to make sure that we've got the best opportunity to take down both the Courtesan and the Chevalier that I hate with the fire of 1,000 burning suns. Careless Whisper goes down for a pretty decent spread of party damage and horror on literally everyone, as well as a small debuff. We will focus down on this Courtesan though to make sure that she gets dead at the next opportunity. That bleed will absolutely take care of that. The Crusader now has a chance to get a insta-kill on that Sycophant, which I'd be foolish not to take. Done and Dunsky. That Chevalier is alive, but he will not do me any immediate damage, particularly if my stun works. 1 damage done. Stun takes, fantastic. Alright, I can breathe a little bit easier in the next round. That's fine by me. That Courtesan is already dead. And let us see who gets the first action. Starting things off though, I am going to start doing a little bit of stress management with the Jester, just because we have some horrors that are going to be building up stress levels on practically everyone. This lassie is dead. This guy has a very remote chance to stun, so we'll top off the health of the Vestal with a quick judgment attack. Next up is going to be the Flagellant, and Punish is very much in order. 4 damage taken and a bit of extra bleed going, so he has 8 hit points ready to be removed, and yes, I don't mind if I do. 8 damage and he's dead this turn. Done. Alright, that's a blood drop as well as some crests. I am reminded that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. I have been killed by overconfidence, and I hope to not be overconfident again in the immediate future. Oh wow, that's a thing I haven't seen before. Forgotten delicacies, an anachronistic mixture of both rotted and fresh victuals adorn the cart. Let's try medicinal herbs on this. Actually, I'll just make a quick note of what that is as well before I do anything on my little cheat sheet post-it note. Forgotten delicacies. Alright, let's have a look with medicinal herbs, which seems to be the thing which makes the most sense logically. Yep, equals medicinal herbs. 4 gold.
With loot are often low on supplies.
Equals gold. Awesome! Alright, food and gold, very happy with that. Probably will end up leaving the food behind, but actually, now that I've got it in my inventory and people have a little bit of stress, sorry, a little bit of damage, I'll just top them up to make sure that I'm using this food effectively. Carrying things through, though, we have a doorway which is pre-scouted and should be nothing, but it may reveal unknown surprises. Let's see what scouting shows in terms of routing. We've got a high road and a low road. I have a feeling that both of them are going to lead to Scotland. That is neither here nor there. Let's see if anyone goes into wasting. What is that? Wine crate. Let's just take a chance on that one. That's a negative quirk. Okay. Definitely need to remember to use something on that wine crate to figure out what it could be doing. In the meantime, let's press on. Do not love Tippler, but at least it wasn't Tippler on the flagellant, which would have been completely useless. Will only drink, has to flagellate for stress reduction. Oh, horrible. Okay. 2 supplicants and an esquire. Not too bad. Let's try and focus on him if we can in the openings. 9 damage taken, which is not bad at all, and 5 damage to come, which will put him down to 9. Let's get a slice off going as well to try and secure that kill. Alright, and he has more than enough bleed to make sure that he becomes dead as soon as humanly possible. Let's try for the insta-kill on Supplicant. Not quite enough, only 4 damage, and we'll finish him off most certainly with the Vestal. Yes, indeedly do. Alrighty, so only 1 action in the enemy's turn. Have some relatively high stress levels for where we are in terms of the progression of the game. Dodge and dodge, nicely done. Jester's turn does need to get invested in dealing with stress. We can also probably help him out ever so slightly. Yeah, we can actually. There's no reason why we wouldn't take advantage of a stress reduction and a de-stress. It's just better all the way around. Wasting kicks in on the Crusader, which means it's time to give him a bit of a taste of something, just to stop him from feeling sick, stop his hands from shaking, you know, stay focused on the bigger picture. I could faff for a turn. I think I'm not going to. Just going to take that strike to make sure this guy is easily and readily killable. And unfortunately, the Jester passes. And given that sorry circumstance, I'll just wrap up this combat now.
Maintain the offensive.
Done. Bit of stress reduction, and we get our blood back, which is fine by me. Let's use food to heal if we can, and drop that food in favor of gold. Yep, that's a good call. I feel now that we know what this does, we can keep purifying it. It's a holy water, which I can't use, and food, which I don't want, so there we go. No room for any of that nonsense. Still have 3 full stacks of food, as much as it's free. Disturbing diversion. Let's make a note. Disturbing diversion. Let's try it with a torch, because we are more than amply supplied by torches. Does nothing. Try it with a key. Does nothing. Torch, key. Okay. Let's try it with bandages. Nope. Sorry guys, I'm just making notes as to what does and doesn't work as I go. Try it with holy water. Not holy water. Okay, what else do I have left? I've got medicinal herbs. I've got blood and I've got shovels. Nope. Not medicinal herbs. Shovel. Okay. This is... shovel. Tick. What do you give me? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, we're probably going to ditch some bandages, and we do need crests quite meaningfully. We need crests meaningfully for the next district upgrade, so I'm fine with dropping that and carrying on. Food I want to keep for as long as I can, and we've learned something new and useful. Looks like this is going a bit of an Ori direction. I might try and express my way towards the end, because my inventory is kind of foolish as much as it's just full of low-level, valueless crud. I don't think the game's going to throw me out. Oops. Okay, Ghoul and a Chevalier. I said I was going to be doing some stress healing, and I think that I will, as much as there is a risk associated with that. Stress down to 17, which is not too shabby. You shouldn't be taking too much more. Ren goes down to the Crusader, 9 damage taken, and that bleed does come into effect, which means we're going to need to find a way of taking care of that. Chevalier is probably the bigger concern for me at the moment, so let's get a bleed going and try and stun with the Vestal. I'm not going to use a heal immediately on that Crusader. Unfortunately, I can't reach the Chevalier with him, so we'll have to do some damage in the front row, and I'm not complaining. That's a beautiful critical for 20. Let's grab a Dazzling Light back here, though, to make sure that we have some breathing room. Stun does take, fantastic, and we're good for the moment. Ghoul will probably be up the earliest, but with that said, we can do a Chain Bleed. Not that we necessarily have to. Let's have a look at the stress levels. 23 stress, that's our focus for the moment. Again, health-wise, we're looking okay-ish. Let's keep the punish going, though, on that back row. 5 damage taken, and up to 10 bleed, which is just fine. Need 5 more damage in place there. 9 damage on that Vestal is a cause for concern, but I can't do much about that because she is stunned for the moment. And that Chevalier is dead in his next turn. Buried Blast goes down. A dodge and a 6. Not too shabby, and I'm feeling okay with this as far as these things can be felt okay about in any way, shape, or form. 12 damage done on the Ghoul. And these are the only things I really have to worry about, really. Let's try and keep that stress level on the Vestal down. Hopefully get a turn in with the Vestal to heal up the Crusader. Yeah, up by 8. That's not amazing. So we'll have to kind of just accept it. Hal goes down with some minor stress. Oh, horror. And 2 resists, though. 2 resists are awesome in my books, and that Ghoul is dead in his next turn. Yes, indeedly do, he is. Alright, so given that it's faff o'clock, we will faff as much as we like. 22 stress is now less. We will look at what we can do with both the Jester. Yep, Jester on Jester action. That's how it goes. I'm sure Rule 34 being in effect, there'll be something out there on the internet, and unfortunately that's all the time we have with these. Gold will pick up, but the portraits we will leave behind, and let us press on despite the stress. But what I will do is actually use up some of this food beneficially, just to be as ready for the next surprise contact as we can have. Those wine crates, let's do a quick check. Let's try them out with a few items. Okay, wine crate with holy water is nothing. Alright, let's try it with what could be right? Medicinal herbs? No, not med. We can try it with torch. Yep, that had no effect. Doesn't make any sense for it to have any effect. Shovels doesn't make any effect. Bandages? Nope. Shovels makes no sense at all. Keys make no sense at all. Let's just leave this behind for the moment. I don't need to walk into a huge battle with that kind of aggravation. Alright, we might be going into wasting very soon with someone. Lockgate. Dagnammit, another locked gate. Okay. Let's do the long backup and figure out what we're going to do next. Gonna have to head north at some stage, I'm sure. This southern route will... Well, we'll take a chance. We'll take a chance. Picking up some pretty gnarly stress here. I was kind of hoping it would be a fairly easy run towards the end, but it wasn't to be. And you've picked up wasting, and that's fine. I will treat you immediately as soon as the animations unlock. Alright, so it's...
Only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Right, I'm going to leave behind these torches, I think, because I don't really need them. That's done. We'll heal you up as well and use some of that food to free up some inventory slots. That holy water is pretty good to get rid of as well. That stress levels from walking backwards are climbing, and that does bother me. I wish there was another way of dealing with those locked gates. I get why they exist. It would be nice if they had like a short chain and that was the locked gate, but you know, it's like I've just picked up like maybe like 40 stress spread across a bunch of guys just because the game mechanic requires that I walk backwards. Again, understandable, acceptable, but frustrating nonetheless. no scouting, and so we don't know if we have any secret rooms. We'll keep our inventory open in case we happen to be able to interrupt a curious something. And let's check what's behind this door with some pretty epic stretch management needed next time we get to battle. Alright, Esquire, Supplicant, Manservant, and Sycophant. These are all potentially problematic, and we don't really know what the Esquire does, because every single time we see him, we kill him first. Great dodge on the Flagellant's part, and it's time for us to start doing some meaningful damage. We can probably start things off on the Manservant. Again, that chance to bleed is something that we would like to modify down, and something that we'd like to start affecting meaningfully. Let's get some stress reduction done on the Flagellant, though, just to get things started and get everyone looking a little bit more hardy. Going to keep things going. Chance for an insta-kill on the Sycophant, chance for an insta-kill on the Manservant, and that Manservant is guarding, so let's take it. Nicely done. Securing repartee. 3 dodges and 2 damage, no bleed. Okay, feeling comfortable there. Predigestion on the Flagellant, but no ill effects. And let's careful. Oh, he has Riposte active. 2 rounds. That's the first time I've seen an enemy riposte. That's interesting. Now, with that said, gonna try and do some damage to position 3 then, to get him ready for killing with the Flagellant. Gonna leave that Esquire alone, and if he keeps reactivating that riposte in every turn, I'm gonna have a real problem. Maddening Wine goes down on the Vestal, 3 damage taken, and he is out of reach for the moment. That said, we can still... what to do? I could do a party heal? No, let's focus down that Supplicant. Critical for 14. Not too shabby at all. Nicely done. Nicely done. Jester's turn. Let's absolutely clean up that Vestal stress as far as we can. Everyone's sitting at 31 or 32. Craving goes into effect on the Flagellant, though, and hopefully doesn't start acting too loco. Yeah, okay. Thanks for the freak out. And let us start doing some damage back there to the Sycophant. 5 bleed in place, not enough to kill. Thirst goes down, 5 damage, and that's just fine by me. You've healed up, and you're turning into more of a bug than ever before, but your riposte has gone away, which is great for me. Your accuracy is down, speed is up. Let's take you out. As fast as I'm able to, let's get this guy dead, and unfortunately, he's... No, it's okay. He's no longer got the riposte active, that's the key thing. First goes down to the Flagellant. 8 damage is pretty considerable. But you've made a mistake. You've left me on 50% health. So let's take advantage of that as soon as we're able to. 55 stress on the Flagellants. Work that down to make sure that he doesn't go into his virtue state and not let me to stress heal him down the line. I am absolutely going to do some epic damage right here. 5 damage made, 8 bleed. Yes! Alright, you are dead your next turn. And I am looking just fabulously fancy. Let's get a stun going on the Sycophant if we can. Yes, indeedly. Alright, he's going to be out of action for a turn. 2 more hit points left to actually get him to where he needs to be. I'm going to do a bit of stress management on the Flagellant, where I can have a dual benefit of topping up his health, as well as reducing his stress levels just a bit. That Esquire is now dead and gone, and in my turn, I'll be able to make sure that the Sycophant is dead. But of course, he's already dead. He's already dead. There's no need to do anything. It's just faff o'clock now. Really? Okay, that's fine. Well, who else could use the benefit of my minstrel's song? Well, the Crusader doesn't seem to be too unhappy about things, that's for sure. Just to waste a turn, we're going to do a party heal. Because again, that Sycophant is dead in the beginning of his next turn. We'll try and reduce the stress level on that Vestal, which does go through successfully despite her more insane proclivities. And the Flagellant unfortunately does pass, which leaves the Sycophant to die of natural causes at his first opportunity in his own turn. I'm going to use this opportunity to make him... I'm going to make the... Yeah, no, I'm fine with him having Bloodlust. That does occupy some... Yep, definitely going to take that Emerald. That goes that saying. And that's all I can do, I think. Beyond, giving myself a short-term minor buff there. Holy Water I could also leave behind. I haven't really found that many good uses for it, so I'm going to throw that out for the mo, because again, everyone is cursed, and I cannot use it as a buff for them. So let's hope that we get some decent Jade stacks coming through. Scouting, regardless, does give us some small edge. We do know that there is some things with curios coming up, and there's no reason for us to not explore them. Again, there seems to be like a random chance of these things working out in my favor. I've got 110% bleed resist on the Flagellant. There's no reason why I wouldn't take a chance to resist anything that comes at me. Tippler. Oh, that's what was wrong with that thing. Damn it! Damn it. So that is going to be something I have to deal with, because if he can't flagellate for stress reduction, That's a problem. That is a problem. Alright, coming into this room and it's just a curio, we can cure that out and... Yup. Let's use what of that food that we can, and scouting does come through showing that we aren't in a dead end. Bit more room to travel, which is just fine by me, and we seem to be heading towards what could well be a back entrance to that locked gateway, which would be just fine in my books. Absolutely fine. You've gone to wasting, so we can definitely free up a slot to pick up our blood on the route. Pressing on through into the night, we have a hunger check, which is again probably slightly overdue and just fine. Map centering on the courtyard is a bit of an issue, I've noticed, but I'm not too concerned. Should I take a chance on wasting a blood? I feel lucky, and I am a punk. Let's see how this goes. Blood for treasure. Oh, they're both common. And none of them is incredibly good. Let's pick up that one in favor of the medicinal herbs, though, just because. And the other I think we can leave behind, though it is worth more than the jades. Let's do that. Let's do that. Could be the wrong call. I don't know. There's no one's written a book on the Crimson Court yet. Let's just see what we have behind this door right here. Scouting goes through, and we are heading south. Looks like we do have an... Oh, wow. That's a distant shore. Alright. Well, I mean... My freaking flagellant's already a tippler. Workers read... Ah! Bloody hell! I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting. Oh well. Oh well. That's an expensive mistake. Gonna leave you, hooded lady, behind unless you... No, if I do that every single time, I'm gonna be running out of blood really damn fast. Okay, 2 Esquires, a Supplicant and a Manservant, and I have the element of surprise, which works just fine for me. Let's focus down on this position 3 Esquire. 8 damage done, plus 5 more to come from a bleed, which is just a dandy. Let's actually focus down on him and make sure we get some proper kills coming through. 8 damage and additional couple points of bleed there. 9 damage, he's already dead. He is already dead and he doesn't know it. Let's prevent this guy from getting a guard in if we can. Boom shakalaka, he's been killed. And stress levels go down ever so slightly. Next up we have the chance to do either a self-heal and damage or just some good old-fashioned country damage. Let's take the chance in the back row there. 10 on the Esquire, and that puts us in a pretty good place. He will probably do something nasty to us and activate our riposte regardless. Dodge from the Flagellant, which is just fine by me. Skewering Repartee drops down for some massive damage across the party. And he has a riposte active, which is just an absolute misery. I'm going to take a chance at that riposte with my man-at-arms, sorry, with my... Yep, only 2 damage, and this guy is almost dead. That bleed on the Jester is a concern, and instead of doing any damage, we will take care of some stress just to get him back on the straight and narrow. We'll need to try and do a party buff. Just realized now I could have actually cured his bleed, but unfortunately I was too preoccupied with speaking quickly to do that. Party buff goes up, topping people up closer towards the end. Pretty digestion on that Jester. Could be rocking the combination of diseases, but fortunately he gets the resist in time. 5 damage. Nope, the first down on that. Great. Alright, that Esquire is dead and buried, and I've got the opportunity to take care of some stress, which I think I will do immediately. No, instead we'll go for the insta-kill. Nope, doesn't take. That's fine. Turn well spent in that case. Let's finish him off. Bang. And with any turns that we have left and available, we will do some stress management with the Jester and hopefully get a turn in for a heal with the Leper, with the Vestal as well. Alright, Vestal down, heal up, 10 hit points recovered, and we are looking just fine and fancy free, though with that extra damage that's going to be coming through from the bleed, I will invest on some Jester focused faffing. It's the JFF. Some blood and gold comes through.
So too will resistance.
Yeah, let's ditch one of those trinkets. That goes without saying. It is a full stack of gold, and you can't have more than a full stack of gold. That is for certain. Cure coming up, and Craving drops on the Crusader, which could be a problem, but I think we're going to be fine. Let's press on through and see what the upcoming Cure is. Can't do much with that, and don't really need to at this stage. Our gold situation is looking fabulous. Just do a quick inventory shuffle to make sure I stay focused on what actually counts. And let's carry on. Ah, trap. And And a lot of damage taken. A lot of damage taken. Not going to use up food on it right now because I want to have enough for some hunger checks, but it could be the right call. I don't really know. Okay, so it looks like we have some mirroring happening here. There's going to be a key somewhere that I haven't yet found. Alright, let's press on through. I'm imagining it's going to be another room battle, but let's keep our eyes up. Okay, so you're out of bloodlust. That's fine by me. Alright, let's keep pressing on regardless, though. Yep, more of those. Well, I'll have to take damage. It's tainted. Of course it is, and you're blighted. Darn. Alright, let's spend some of this food. Alright, it's one fewer health check, but this guy is just going to be a bit more survivable. We're in combat already. We get the surprise, though, and it's that Chevalier that I'm worried about the most. That courtesan will be a problem as well. The question really comes down to who is most deserving of my cruel attention, and I'm going to be focusing on that courtesan just to avoid taking any additional stress. For the moment, let's keep that going, and unfortunately, she resisted the bleed. Wow. Okay, that's something. Let's buff speed, accuracy, and crit chance then, just to keep our guys spry and sprightly. Given that we have the surprise on them, it makes sense for us to do that. Go for a smite in that sycophant just to stop any... Nope, not going to be good enough. And that is disappointing. Now, the question really is, do I deny that sycophant a turn? Or do I party heal? Let's deny the sycophant a turn. Again, it's a way of avoiding stress and moving people within range. That Chevalier is our focus, for obvious reasons. The Crusader can take care of the courtesan. Mind your manners goes down on the Crusader, 4 damage taken, and he is now marked, which is fine by me. Subterranean Skewer goes down, 8 damage taken, and I think he's going to be a likely candidate for the Vestal's tender attentions. Let's think this carefully through and do a chain attack. Yep, that goes down in the front ranks, but it's fine by me. This courtesan is looking weak, that is for certain. Question is, do I prevent her from attacking or remove the guard? Let's take her out. Yep, definitely dead in the next turn, and that's just fine by me. Divine Grace, and he won't let me. Alright, party heal it is? No, you won't accept any healing. God damn it. I'm frustrated by that. I mean, it makes sense. It's a loophole that I've been taking advantage of, but, you know, I'd rather it didn't exist. Manservant's dead the next turn. Thirst goes down to the Vestal, who dodges. It's fine by me, but that Chevalier is the concern. Can we self-heal? That is the question. You are dead. You are dead. Yes, you are dead. Let's self-heal just to make ourselves a bit more survivable. 5 hit points regained, and we're above half life. At least that's something. Buried Blast will go down, though, and double dodge! Oh, that's so relieving. Okay, Divine Grace, heal up by 11. Not too shabby, and don't need to worry about really... I can't really do that much of great value. I have to wait for that Manservant to die, so we'll do some stress shuffling. Alrighty. Nice, and that Chevalier is now an open target. Not that I can do much with him with a Jester, so we'll take care of some of that. Flagellant stress. And in the Crusader's turn, we're definitely going to do some hard hits and heavy damage, despite Subterranean Skewer that is sure to respond back with damage and bleed, which is regrettable. That said, that's why we have bandages. That is why we have bandages. Okay, let's take care of some stress. Let's wait for the appropriate turn. You shouldn't die from this. Nope, 5 damage and 5 bleed. Not too shabby. Let's focus a heal on the Crusader once again, up by 11. Not too bad. And let's deal with some of that 9 damage. Oh, he's going to go again. 9 damage. And even more bleed. I'm so glad. I am so glad that I have these bandages to cure me up. And this smite to knock you out.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Now, I'm not going to use any food here. I'm not going to use any torch either, because torches are great for stress release and they're great for unlocking things. The money situation is fine. Portraits aren't a critical requirement for me just at this moment. But I think that stack of portraits is going to be worth more to me in the long run than a bag of marbles, so we'll leave that place and press on. Going to leave that lassie behind. She can keep begging. I'm going to move on down the road. And I think I've got a pretty good guess as to what we're going to see in front of us. Okay, now who has a good blight resist? 70%, 60%, 65, 75 is amazing. And 65, let's take the chance on the Jester just to see if we can get any more food. Nope, okay. And you feel like making us feel a bit uncomfortable, which is your prerogative, I guess, buddy. We have bandages, so we'll take a chance on that treasure being worthwhile. Those are some more crests, and I do like crests. Go so far as to say that I need crests. Let's just chow down. Let's chow down. And think carefully about whether or not we want to move anything around. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Just doing it for neatness. I'm not OCD or anything. I just like things being just so. Let's see. It's an empty room, and we have a northwards passage and a southwards passage. I know what is in the northwards passage, so it is the southwards passage that we shall explore, carrying on through into the dungeon. We've actually made a pretty good stack of gold there. We've certainly done more than pay for our expenses because we have no expenses. No, don't lock it in. Okay. There is loot in the broken glass. Okay. Let's make you bloodlusty. And let's pick up whatever we can. The answer is we can pick up nothing, so you're full. You aren't. You aren't. And that's going to have to be it. Now, I want bandages. I need skeleton. Actually, do I need skeleton keys is the question. Skeleton keys have better unlocks for things that stack. That emerald, though, is going to be worth... let's drop the bandages for the moment. Let's drop the bandages for the brief moment. I may come to regret that, but I think I will live somehow. Corpse Eater, Supplicant, and Courtesan waiting and ready for my quick destruction. Let's focus down on that Courtesan. 15 damage, beautiful work, and she is dead in her first action. That's beautiful. That is actually fantastic work. Well done, Flagellant. 3 damage on the Vestal, and Blight does take hold. Not that I'm particularly concerned. Stress level is looking pretty good, so I'll probably focus a bleed damage on the Supplicant. 4 damage taken, he's down to 7 HP. Gather the Blood goes down the Flagellant, who dodges. That's just fine by me. I could do some stress reduction. I could just do a smite. Don't mind if I do. In fact, let's just kill this Corpse Eater. Boom. Boom, shakalaka, step in time. Right, it's the Crusader that I'm most worried about health-wise. He's up by 8, and that's just fine. The Supplicant is dead in 2 turns. If I can just survive the damage he's doing. And in fact, I might just skip that entirely and crit him to death and get a beautiful heal in trade. 2 more damage coming through Blight. It's not really a huge concern for me. And we are looking just fine. No debuffs. Onyx I can leave behind, and that's all that we can take. Unfortunately, we're just doing too well in the game. Okie dokie, let's press on through and enter the room, see what we have to fight with. And we have a Chevalier, Courtesan, a Manservant, a Supplicant, and horror of horrors, we are shuffled. Enraging Slight goes down, 5 damage as a crit, but he moves him back into position, which is fine by me. Unfortunately, that Flagellant is going to have to move to be effective in damage, but we have a double move. Actually, we can move anywhere with the Flagellant, which is just awesome. Chance for instance to kill the Supplicant, which is actually a pretty good call. Fortunately, it's not enough to actually make the grade there, and given where we're sitting in the game, I'm probably going to do a Chain Bleed. Yeah, dodged unfortunately by that Manservant, but it does take on the Courtesan. Now, with that all said, I can get a stun, and if I can get a stun, I should. Alternatively, I can take an action and deny them an action, get myself some heal in the process, and that's just fine by me. Good stuff, ladies and germs. Next up is Mind Your Manners. Oh! Crit for 9, and everyone freaks out. Freaks out absolutely, and unfortunately, Jester is marked and takes another crit for 17. He is not looking fantastic, and I'm regretting throwing out those bandages. You would not believe how much. God damn. Alright, let's preemptively give you Bloodlust. 3 damage, you have 4 HP. This is looking really, really gnarly. Let's take care of some of your stress. Come on, Vestal's turn. Come on, Vestal's turn. That's fine, you got her. That's alright. Vestal's turn first. Vestal's turn first. Okay. Punish is the best I can do. Alright, heal up real fast. 8. Yeah, that's fine. He's still marked though, which is going to be a huge problem. Mind your Manners goes down, but the Flagellant dodges. Berry Blast goes down in the back rows. 8 and 5. But we should be okay even with the bleeds. Let's keep focusing heals, or should we just focus kills? Let's focus kills. Boom. That's one less bastard guarded. And next turn, that pile of corpses should be gone. Focus a slice off on this courtesan for a chance to kill. Nicely done. And that's one less person to worry about. Can't do diddly with these guys though. That corpse will die pulling him into position, but I need to do better than that. Let's take out that pile of corpses and hope for the best. Let's waste the Crusader's turn on the Jester. Up by 5, which should compensate for some bleed damage, and let's keep the heals going. Up by 8. Still only on, less than half life. Supplementing score this time on the Vestal though, down by 11. That's okay, she's got some heft to her. She is a tanky mama. It's fine by me, and the Chevalier is now in easy reach of the pain train. Oh my god, how much stress are we taking? Let's take care of some of that stress on the Crusader. Excuse me for the cough, and golly gosh, let's carry on. Bit of bleed on the back row there, 6 damage, and the bleed resist has gone down nicely. I'm going to actually do a heal on the Jester rather than taking a strike with the Crusader, because that's how worried I am. Self-heal on the Vestal up by 8, and she's looking just a smidge better. And what is the Chevalier going to do? Another attack on her, so that was prudent. That's a prudent heal. Prudent heal. Yep, that's for sure. And he's into the front row now. 19 hit points left. Jester can't do much more than stress heal. Please don't pass though. That's alright. I don't mind. As far as random attacks go, that wasn't too shabby. 16 damage, 21 hit points. Let's focus up on the Jester, up by 10, and that is looking very healthy. Let's keep the pain train going on that Chevalier. 7 damage and 10 bleed coming through. We need to do 2 more damage, and I don't want to do that damage. I want to heal. No, we can kill him. We can kill him. We can kill him. We can kill him. And he's dead.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Let's do a quick swapperoo there. Yeah, I regret throwing out those bandages. Oh well, happens. It happens. I will leave the shovels and the keys where they are. The keys are the least valuable of all the things I have, and locked cabinets. I've already got such a full inventory. It's kind of a moot point though, isn't it? Right, let's close that off and think about our next step. 3 damage to come through in the next turn. That's of concern to me. What I will do quickly is just do an inventory shuffle there. Done. Done and done. The question really should be, how far... come on, let me move back. How much further should I carry this on? I'm exploring stuff, I'm learning things, I'm making friends, with new and unlikely bug creatures, but how... Alright, well, health checks might be the hunger checks, I should say, are going to be the thing that probably decides things. Let's hope for the best when it comes to heals, see if we have a battle to deal with, and the answer is a big fat negatory. It's blight and disease we have to worry about here. Let's take that chance on the Jester, and off. Oh. Yeah, I should definitely leave those alone when I don't have medicinal herbs. You have nothing else to you, so we'll kind of double back and check the southern passage. If we can't find what we're looking for in terms of keys here, we're going to have to go up the north way and do this entire thing all over again. Craving. That's fine. Still have 2 guys in Bloodlust, by the way, which isn't too shabby either. Stress levels are climbing, and they are alarming, but I'm not too worried. It is health right now that is concerning me the most. Health and hunger checks, but we still have 2 hunger checks in the mix. Trap goes down, and it's just some enemies, which is fine. Thirst, 3 damage, and some stress. That bug is buffed, but we can make do. Let's focus down on the Supplicant, though. in case we get a chance to get a kill on him through one mean or another. Let's take care of some stress on that Jester. And my voice is getting ragged. I might actually take a break from recording these videos for a while after I'm done with this one. Predigestion goes down to the Flagellant for 2, and no Blight, fortunately. And in the Crusader's turn, we're going to look at our best option. It seems like you're back to normal, and we will get a kill on this Supplicant. Nicely done, 18 damage. Let's see, 22, 23. Party heal could do the job, but let's take care of the Vestal first and foremost. 8 health up. I was about to say 18 health up. I wish. Aha! And let's look at who has the highest stress of the lot. 35 is the winner. No, 37, my mistake. Alright, Jester, you can chill the darn... Ooh. Definitely wine goes down, and that's a bit of stress, but not a great deal in the grand scheme of things. No stress is taken there, and the bleed is given in response. Nicely done. It's still going to be another strike before we can get these guys killed off, which works out just fine for me. I could just take him out. We are in a better place stress and health wise. Yeah, let's just take him out. Let's take him out. Okay, bit of stress reduced on him. Blood gets topped up, and I'm not too worried about busts. Let's leave our anti-venom where it is and push on to the task's end. I have a note as to what this is. This is the Disturbing Diversion. Disturbing Diversion is a shovel. Well, we have too many shovels. Let's see what we get. Alright, that's topped up nicely, and I think that's all that we can... That is all that we can conceivably bring along with us. Oh, large Corpse Eater and a Supplicant. Haven't seen a large Corpse Eater in these dungeons for a good long while. Your bleed resist is very high, yours is less so. Let's start on that Supplicant. 7 damage taken and made. Decent bleeds in as well. Need to take out 5 hit points for him to die. Actually, he's already dead. He just doesn't know it. He's already dead. He just doesn't know it. Blight does go down on the Crusader, but that's not too concerning for me at this stage. 36 stress on the Vestal, which is my focus for removal. And the next thing for us to do is wait for Weakened Prey to drop. But it's dodged! Fantastic. Alright, next up, given the overall good strength of our health, I'm going to drop a... Actually, what's your stun resist? Your stun resist isn't that high. Let's take a chance on stun. Nice! That was definitely worth it. Didn't give me any health, but it was definitely worth it to buy me some time. Let's get some damage dealt on that back row. Right away, 18 gone and 26 left. Let's keep the stress rolls going down. 28 the Flagellant. Yes, we can take care of that. Jolly good. Next up, we have a strike from the Vestal, who will absolutely just do the good old-fashioned judgment. 17 damage as a critical, stress reduced, and so much life gotten back. And let's punish him and finish him off, I hope. Yes, alright. Everyone is dead, they just don't know it, and that works out fine for me. Right, we have the chance to do a bit of a faff, and we may as well to compensate for that blight. Attaboy, and we are shiny.
Has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Oops, there's lost that blight going through. Someone is changing down to a standard curse state, which is just fine by me. I don't want these guys going absolutely loco every single time. That said, I can probably afford to spend a blood on Buron's Cravings, because he always acts in my interest. He does what I want him to when he's nuts. Locked gate. Really? So what you're saying is I have to go all the way up here to get a key to go all the way back to unlock that. Maybe. That's fine. Alright, you're craving, and that's okay by me. Another long, slow, backwards walk to where we came from, but we aren't seeing any traps. It's fine. Center map on party. Yes, please. Oh, slow walking. Come on, slow walking. So as much as most of the courtyard is really, really fun, the slow walking backwards isn't so much. Isn't so much. Alright, there we go. Get in there. Come on. Alright, now that we've backed up, we can carry on. Let's see what we have in this room here in the middle. Hope you guys are enjoying this video. I'm not sure if most of you actually have a copy of this game, or you're watching these videos to see whether or not you should buy them. Darkest Dungeons, honestly, one of my favorite games. If you don't own it, it's cheap right now in the Steam sale. By the time you're watching this video, that Steam sale may be over, so get in while you can, and get in fast. In the meantime, let's explore this. Okay, Crumbling Pillar. be well taken care of, and I'm glad I kept some shovels. Let's press on regardless and keep our inventory open. Some pretty hefty stresses accruing, and we have an Esquire, a Courtesan, a Manservant, and a Sycophant to worry about. I'm actually going to start things off with an aggressive strike on the Courtesan because I do not like them living. Crit for 11, absolutely fantastic there, and some stress is reduced. Following things on, you can be freaky, that's okay. You are, as a Flagellant, he should be the most freaky deaky of the lot. That Courtesan is dead in her first action, which works just fine for me. The Thirst drops down on the Flagellant for 5 damage, and you know what? If you want to get him down to half-life, I do not mind. That's completely fine. Thirst goes down on the Vestal, and she takes a bit of stress there. I'm going to be honest, but there are no other ill effects. What we will probably do is open things up with a Judgment. The question is on who, and I think the back rows are a pretty good candidate there. 11 damage to that Esquire. I do not like him when he gets a riposte going, so it is important that I do damage to him before he gets the chance. Fortunately, he drops the Thirst instead, which is fine by me. He gets to heal up in a pretty massive way, but everything about him is debuffed massively as a result. In the meantime, I have a Manservant to worry about, and I think I can get the kill, and I think I may as well. Done and dusted. I just don't like those guys when they transform. I don't know why. I've got no intelligent or intellectual, clear, rational reason to hate them. I just do, and that's fine. Sometimes you just hate something on instinct. Not quite enough to kill that Sycophant, unfortunately, but that's fine by me. I will probably look at another Judgment on. Yep. That will take him out, and no stress attacks from you or bombing runs. Thank you very much. Let's look at inspiring this Vestal who's seen better days and is currently rocking the 1,000-yard stare. On the Crusader's turn, probably won't get a kill here, but we can certainly try. Thirst once again on that Vestal. Don't know why he loves her so much, but she just dodges everything he can throw at her. In the meantime, we'll look at probably doing a bit of stress shuffling rather than getting an early kill. No, you know what? Let's not take any chances. Take him out and call it done. Very glad to get some extra food and another emerald. That might give us a bit more breathing room in terms of the duration and length of the long walk we have to make all the way back down the way out of Bloodlust. Now on the Flagellant. Let's press on. Whoopsie. Right, so we know where you go. You go back to that locked room. We're not going to explore you for the moment. This is another disturbing diversion. Not going to necessarily need to take that out for the moment. We'll just carry on regardless because our inventory is too damn full. We're going to leave that alone. We're going to leave pretty much every curio alone unless it gives us a stress reduction. Chevalier is our focus as always. These guys are just the devil, 4 damage, and at least we reduced his bleed resist, which works just fine by me. In fact, even though we have high stress, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take care of the stress because stress is madness. That was a bit of a reductive statement. I know it made no sense. I'm sorry. Sometimes I talk nonsense. It's a problem. And the Vestal's turn. She freaks everyone out, but that won't stop her, I hope, from stunning out the Chevalier, who I hate. Oh, he resists. Alright, that's regrettable. Munch on her. 4 damage taken. And any ill effects? Nope. Alright, Crusader's turn. It's time to try and get an insta-kill where we can. Corpse Eater is the best bet, but the Supplicant is a bigger target, especially because he has an action left. Only 6 HP left, which is fine. Was hoping for too much there. Predigestion is dodge, though, which is just handy in my books. Chevalier goes down with Buried Blast. 8 and 8. Not too shabby in the grand scheme of things. Unfortunately, my friendly neighborhood Flagellant has been stunned. I'm not going to heal him, but I will heal up the Crusader at this stage. Crit for 20, absolutely fabulous, and some stress is reduced. Munch goes down the Jester, and it's a crit for 8, which is regrettable, particularly as that Blight does actually take for a lot of damage. That's 10 damage over multiple turns. I'm definitely going to have to run a couple of heals on him to get him out of that pit of despair. That said, stress can be dealt with right now. Even though the Chevalier is still out and about, I feel like I need to make sure that I'm taking care of the big picture as well as the small picture. We will do those. Deny the Supplicant in action by killing him. That's an effective way of denying someone in action, killing them dead. Subterranean Secure goes down the Crusader for only 7 damage, which I'm immensely grateful for. Thank you, RNGesus. Your blessings and munificence are they're great. They're great. They're just great. They're fantastic. Vestal's turn will probably be spent with dropping a heal. Let's drop a punish, though, on the Chevalier. Crit for 10. Fantastic. And 10 bleed. He's dead in his next turn. I'm sorry. 5 HP left on him, so he's absolutely gone. A 10 healing up on the Jester. Not quite enough to deal with all the blight that's going to be coming through, but I'm pretty happy with that. 4 damage taken and a blight as well. That kind of is a little bit vexing, but we'll take out that maggot nonetheless. Again, that's combat done, and I'm not too unhappy with that. Cannot do much more than pick up the scraps of gold. But it is what it is. Those blights will come through and do their damage. Fortunately, the blight that was taken by the Crusader wasn't as bad as the blight that was taken on the Jester. And looking through, we are almost there. Stress is building, but that is okay. I'm looking forward to doing an epic heal or an epic bleed with my friendly neighborhood Flagellant. Meantime, we have some backtracking to do. It's a long way up there, and I regret not checking it out back when I had the chance. Yes, I know you want the blood. It's fine. That's okay. You know, I'm just walking past those broken glass bottles. I regret. Actually, I need to deal with the negative quirks that these guys are rocking. Unfortunately, pressing through. Let's have a quick look. Nothing there as expected, and no traps seen either. So we should be just tickety-boo as we advance towards this room battle with Curio. Hopefully, it's going to be the Curio that we need with a key. And you've gone to wasting, which is fine by me. I've got the blood, and I'm not afraid to spend it. And carrying on through. The downside to that is that you know, their max HP goes down and then it gets buffed up again. So they lose a couple of points, like 1 or 2 points when that happens, but that's acceptable. Right, let's carry on and carry on and carry on. Nothing so far. Let's keep our inventory open in case we can do something with one of the curios with either a shovel or a torch in case someone gets a bit too jumpy. Jester is craving, which is regrettable, but I'm not going to go to Bloodlust with him because he does some crazy messed up stuff. Nope, I'm going to leave that alone because I know what it does when I don't have my medicinal herbs in check. Look at the hole I've got in my inventory though, that's insane. Curio! Sycophant, Esquire. That's a problem. Thirst goes down, 5 damage, and yep, it's going to have the exact same attack probably coming through. Nope, Maddening Wine instead. Okay, 3 damage taken and dealt with. Why did you do that? I'm going to have to lose a turn now. Thanks, guy. Alright, let's start focusing down on the first available Esquire. 6 damage taken. Don't want these guys activating a riposte. He'll be down by a margin. Yes, please don't pass. Good. Bang! Alright, so at least 1 Esquire is gone. That's something. Skewering Repartee goes down, and everyone dodges. He still has a riposte though, but that's okay. I'm going to start things off with a focused heal. Probably on the Crusader. He is a tank, that is his job, and he should have the health to do his job properly. Alright, next turn, and things come around again. The thirst drops down on the Flagellant, and I am grateful for you putting me down below half-life because I can do some wonderful things now as a result. Jester is going to have to deal with some of the stress that Vestal has picked up, which is epic and irresponsible. She's irresponsibly stressed out. She should not be operating heavy machinery, that is for certain. 2 damage and some stress taken on the Jester. Unfortunately, he is stunned out for the turn. What I will do, though, is Exsanguinate. Boom. Beautiful critical. Huge heal and... sweet, sweet bleeding. You are dead. Now, given the issues we have right now with that riposte being a problem, rather than taking a strike, I could faff things off and do something else instead. But you know what? I've got the HP. I don't mind it. It's only 2 damage, and we are just fine. Thirst goes down on the Vestal. 2 damage, and he gets some heal back. That's regrettable, but you know what? There are 2 that can play at that game. Enjoy my Vampiric Strike. 6 damage taken and 6 health taken back. Just fine. The Sycophant is dead in his first action. Great stuff. Still going to have an attack from one of them, though. The thirst goes down once again on the Vestal, who's just so plump and juicy that they all want to drink her dry. And in stun... who's doing what? Oh, you pass. Okay, let's take out the Esquire. Good. And let's think about a party heal. Yes, sirree, Bob. Okay, pretty minor as far as these things go. It's only 3s all round, and one person was already topped off, but I'll take it regardless. 68, 50, and yeah, okay, 68 is absolutely the target for us. Boom, down to 55, and our stress is looking a little bit gnarly. Another party heal. You could also try for a stun, and that isn't actually a bad call, but we'll try and get the kill with her regardless. Party heal it is, except someone opts out. 6, 3, and a 3, and there's a bit more stress reduction coming in there. Deafening whine on the flagellant, and his stress goes up considerably. He's also stunned, but we can deal with that. Let's try and get a smite going for the kill. 18, down and done. Nothing to pick up, unfortunately, and let's open this chest. It contains a key.
Handsome reward for a task well performed.
Alright, let's drop these torches, which aren't strictly speaking necessary, and double back. I think given where our stress levels are currently sitting, I mean, health-wise we're fine, food-wise we're fine. Can you please stop scouting so I can... Ooh! Secret door? Right, that might just be the end of this mission, because I'm doing great for cash. Alright, fine. Take your chance. Yep, no disease. Lucky, lucky boy. And let's carry on. Hunger check. Yep, that's going to be the limiting step. I only have one more hunger check left. You know what, I think I'm going to drop the food. I'm going to drop... Oh, no, I'm not. Wasting. Alright, that's fine. Wasting's fine. Come on. Alright, you're back to normal. Let's keep our eye on the map and press on to see what we have in store in the secret room. I can't drop the key. Definitely can't drop the food. I only have like one food check left. Oh, wow! Yes. I owe you a debt of gratitude for your kindness. Jailbreak. Nice! I don't know how it's going to play out, but I'm really interested to see whether... What? That was cool. No reward, but we might get like a better quality Plague Doctor? Maybe it's kind of like a story item. It unlocked an achievement, which is pretty awesome. But I like that they've changed the dynamic of the secret room in the courtyard to be something interesting. I mean, I don't even know if that Plague Doctor is going to go straight into my inventory or if they're going to be recruitable. All I know is that my stress levels are looking just insane right now, and it's going to be a lot of time and a lot of money. Fortunately, the money is less of a problem right now to cure. Blood situation is kind of okay. It's a bit of a 2 steps forward, 1 step back situation with finding things. I've got the feeling that I could have probably bought a little bit less and I would have been in equally good stead, but it's better to be safe than sorry, especially in the face of wasting heroes. In the meantime, we've got another long walk to try and get us to where we need to be, and the stress is accruing only by little increments. We're talking about little ones and zeros here and there, but I don't like it. Let's open this lock gate. Let's resolve now to see what's behind this gate and then go no further. Okay? That's my pledge to myself, okay? Because I can't afford a hunger check. I'm burning my boats behind me, and this is just an empty room. Okay. Got a corridor and the boss. Now, think I can take him. Stress level was high, but I think I want this done. I want this done. That's the key thing. I just want this done. Okay, you're wasting, which is fine. Let's feed you up. Great. If Flagellant wanted to be wasting as well in this corridor, I wouldn't object. Nope. Okay. That will have to do. Sorry there, quick cough. And with that out of the way, I think this is going to be the Baron. Whoa!
His taste for triviality remains unabated, even now.
Okay, well I know which one you are. Like, it's fine that you're denying me some actions, because... Or are you going to pop up at a different one every single time? Let's strike the one that... Well, you don't even have any hit points. Oh, okay. You're a whack-a-mole kind of guy. I get it. Alright, well at least you've taken that bleed. Let's deal with some stress because we have the chance to. Could increase our crit chances as well, but stress is a little bit more of a concern for me at the moment. Very limited in what we can do here, but pretty confident this guy's going to be dead in the next turn. Can try and stun him. Not going to work, but there we go. At least we've used the turn up. Let's do a stress transfer. Why not? Reduces stress levels, doesn't it? Yes, it does. And you are already dead. It said we could unlock somebody else. Let's do that. 8 damage. Bleed takes, and that is the Baron. Your chance to stun is very low, but we'll take it regardless. If it works, it's worth it. And it doesn't. That said, we could look at stress reduction, or we could try and get some bleeds going. I don't know what you do. I know you have a lot of hit points, and that would seem to imply that you're very dangerous. So let's get some bleeds going in any case, to have some damage over time. Nice, that takes in a good way. Smite going as well for some decent damage. 210 hit points, and everyone shuffles forward. It's neither good nor bad, but those bleeds are healthy. Necessary discipline is dodged, which is fine by me, and you move to the back position, which, you know, won't make you escape justice. Critical for 13, debuff in place here, and the bleeds are racking up. Try for the stun, because it's the only goddamn thing we can do with these silly spores, but that won't take, unfortunately. Necessary discipline on the... Whoa! 17 damage, and no good heals in place. Massive stress ramping up as well. That is absolutely gnarly. Wow. Okay, let's get some more bleeds going. This could actually be the end of Desurs the Jester, and I do not want that happening, because Desurs is my boy. 10 damage on the Jester, sorry, on the Vestal, and I need to get my... Wow. Let's try to unlock more of these pods and see if we can... 16 damage, and it's a sycophant. Okay, the second act, he goes and hides again. Oh! Okay, well, at least, hopefully, we can deal with... Nope, that's a resolve check, and you're abusive. I'm sorry, Desurs, you might die. I don't want this to happen. In fact, this doesn't have to happen. I can run away. Yeah, I can run away. Brimu, yeah, that's fine, you're masochistic. It don't matter to me. I'm gonna regroup in the hamlet, that's fine. We don't want to take a chance to... I'm not gonna let Desurs die. That's the key thing. I've got a viewer, he comments all the time, he gives me good advice, he's a nice guy, and I'm not going to kill him on purpose. We've got plenty of gold. The provisions didn't cost us anything because we were taking advantage of bumper harvest. We'll just let things ride. Taken some financial loss in terms of stress that's incremented, but it's fine at the end of the day. Picked up 36 crests, which should be very useful, 6 portraits, and 12,000 in gold, which is nothing at all to sneer at. Probably pick up some pretty negative quirks. Hieromania, yup. Flawed release, and also this guy is a Tippler, which is going to be annoying as hell. Fear of Mankind, and Nervous and Manslayer. Alright, well, I mean, I consider that a win. I mean, I've unlocked the boss.
When the sun shone, and laughter could be heard from the tavern.
Alright, Shrieker's stolen some of my trinkets. Looks like he's gone and started off with 8 trinkets? Wow. Okay, we'll definitely start it off with quite a few heads. As you can see, I guess it was the scent of heads that attracted him. We have a new recruit who is a rescued plague doctor. Nice. We also have a level 2 antiquarian, which come in very, very handy as well. The question really is, who should we be getting rid of? Now, marriage is fine to clear off. Off you go. Let's take you because it feels good to do that. Fitzalan, you know what? I've never had a chance to use you yet, and yes, useless. And that's neither here nor there. I have a lot of spending to do in the sanitarium. I need to get rid of Buron's quirk because, as you can see here, it's going to be expensive as hell. See, we'll only drink for stress relief, but he can't drink because he's a flagellant and he can only flagellate for stress relief. So we have to get rid of that Tippler quirk. That's going to cost me dearly, unfortunately. Reynold is also looking pretty freaked out. And you know what? Since he's already activating a dud hitter, you know what? Let's take care of a quirk while we're here as well. Let's take care of dud hitter, right? It's expensive, but it's worth it. Does anyone have any diseases? No, just the curse. The curse is the only disease that we suffer. And Desurs and Brimu could definitely use some time. Question is, what can Brimu do? She can gamble. Only gamble, and off guard, and nervous. I have so many things to cure before I can take these guys back into a dungeon. It's a real problem. Let's drop gambling in place. Desurs, you can... Oh. Why can't you... Oh, in town we'll never drink. Well, that's regrettable. Alright. Alright. Okay, so we're kind of back to where we were before. We've unlocked more of the courtyard, that is absolutely for sure, and we've got lots of things for us to do, but I am, as you can hear, a bit hoarse in the voice from all this commentating, so I'll probably take a break before I come back to this. In the meantime, if you guys have liked this video, I'd love it if you could show me with a like. If you want to watch the whole playlist, I'll throw that up on the screen as well. I make these videos almost every darn day, so hit that subscribe button to get more of them, and once again, my name is Ahdoom. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.